Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sun Online's exclusive interview. I am Nail Hafiz, an editor from Sun Online. Today we have a special privilege to host the Indian High Commissioner to the Maldives, His Excellency G. Balasubramanian. Welcome, sir, for the exclusive interview. And when we look into India, India has a deep, rich history of diplomatic, economic, and cultural relations with us. And I'm very thankful for you for joining us today to have this talk.
Thank you very much, Nail. And first of all, namaste from India to all your viewership, and thank you for having me on this show.
Yeah. Well, let me first ask you about what are your views on the India-Maldives relations since the establishment of the diplomatic ties?
We established diplomatic ties in 1965. We are actually celebrating the 60th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations this year.
Yeah.
We have been neighbors and we will continue to be neighbors. We are one of the closest partners to Maldives, and so are you for us. Our Prime Minister is on record having said that for India, in its diplomatic outreach, neighborhood first is one of the major policies. And in the neighborhood first policy, Maldives occupies a very special place. In India, there is a complete recognition of the importance that Maldives has in our relationship in our neighborhood. We are very close to you, both culturally, people to people, contact-wise. There is this linguistic linkages also. And we have always been there standing shoulder to shoulder with Maldives in the growth that both our countries have witnessed in the past 60 years.
Yeah. As we reflect on the past, we can have a look into the present economic ties as well. India has been a key player in the Maldives development since our diplomatic ties and way before the recorded history as well. We have seen housing projects, infrastructure projects like Tillamala Bridge now also happening, and then housing, water and sanitation projects as well. What are the new economic initiatives that India is prioritizing to deepen the bilateral relations and to support the Maldives economy?
You're absolutely right. We have been solid partners for many years, many decades together. And our concept is Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, in which means basically whole world is one family. So we treat all our friends, our neighborhood, and particularly in Global South as very important partners to grow together. We are happy to share our technology, we are happy to share our experiences, and we are happy to come to assistance whenever it is required. Whether it is the Indira Gandhi Medical Hospital that was set up earlier, or the various other projects that you had mentioned, the Hanimadu Airport development, Gan Airport development, water and sanitation, the HICDP, which means the High Impact Community Development Project, so on and so forth, we have actually been working together. On the new economic initiatives, it is always important that the developmental partnership is expanded into people-to-people partnership also in terms of industry, in terms of trade and economic relations. To facilitate that, both the governments are now working on the possibility of having FTA between our two countries. We will soon be starting negotiations on that. We are also proposing a bilateral investment treaty between India and Maldives. We have already signed an MOU on the local currency settlement system. On UPI, there is a non-declaration agreement that has been signed, and the technical work is on. We have also onboarded the RuPay card so that people can actually travel between our two countries easily and utilize their bank accounts faster. So fintech is one area in which we are cooperating quite closely. So there are various such new economic initiatives to support the existing ongoing solid development partnership that both our countries have.
And speaking of the economy, tourism is one of the main sectors we get income. And we have seen a huge increment in the numbers of Indian tourist arrivals in the recent past. India is a critical market to our economy as well. How is India working to sustain and grow the Indian market to Maldives?
The beauty of Maldives itself is the greatest attraction for any tourist, and certainly for the Indian tourists also. You're right, we have been having a growing number of Indian tourists come over here. MMPRC of Maldives has actually done a great job in terms of doing some road shows in the past 1 year or so in different parts of the country. They are also in the process of perhaps soon they will be appointing some kind of an ambassador from India to come, ambassador in the sense that the tourism ambassador. Yeah. To attract more people. The economic incentives, as I had mentioned, whether it is a local currency settlement system or the UPI, if they come on board, I can immediately see a great increase, at least 15 to 20% increase in terms of Indian tourists coming over to Maldives. We recently had meetings with MMPRC also, in which with new initiatives such as Food Festival of Maldives in India to be conducted, jointly working with some of the corporates in India were all discussed. And I'm sure these are some of the areas which the people would be working on, and we can see an uptick in the number of Indian tourists coming over here.
Yeah. During the beginning, I mentioned about the cultural links we have. We have also seen it in the recent days, Maldivians taking part in Indian music shows and Indians traveling to Maldives to share the experience here. It's actually one of the way culture is linked. Given the deep historical and cultural links, what are the programs that you have initiated to promote it more between Maldives and India and to strengthen people-to-people relations?
Thank you. That's a very important aspect of our relationship, because people-to-people contact is something that cements the relationship between any two countries. And we having such similarities, whether it is in the cuisine, whether it is in the language, we do have a lot of similarities. That actually helps us. The Indian Cultural Center that is working in Maldives has been doing a human service in terms of not only showcasing Indian culture to our Maldivian friends, but also taking Indian Maldivian culture to India. There have been constant movement of various bands and various cultural troops from Maldives to participate in different competitions and in different cultural exhibitions in India. Recently, you would have seen that the band, Maldivian band, two of us has actually won the second runner-up position in the Battle of the Bands International in India. And it has been hugely welcomed in India. Your Boduberu dance troupe has actually visited India on several occasions. And Bidain group and various other Maldivian dancers and singers have also participated in different places. Our Indian Culture Center is also in the process of coordinating with NCAA of Maldives to try and see whether we can have one of the Maldivian artists collaborate and do a workshop in the Indian Culture Center to promote the performing art, apart from the performing art, creative art also. Recently, Minister of Youth Empowerment and Information and Arts, Minister Wahid, visited India for a major event called as Waves for the Audiovisual Summit. And the film field can also certainly cooperate between each other, and you have a strong cultural connection, cultural strength. So we are looking at increasing in all these areas.
Yeah. When we shift into strategic perspective, the Maldives location in the Indian Ocean is very crucial, and we can definitely see the importance to India as well through the Neighborhood First policy and this Sagar initiative as well. How does India view Maldives in the Neighborhood First policy and Sagar initiative?
See, it is not necessarily strategic alone in the sense that you are our neighbor. We have to be together throughout. Geographically, we are very close, and people-wise also we are very close. So we understand each other. And the Sagar has actually been upgraded into Mahasagar, mutual and holistic arrangement for security and growth of all in the region is the present concept, in which India, as part of Mahasagar, would be working closely with all the littoral states in the Indian Ocean to not only share our experiences, but also to see how we can grow together, how we can come up together, how we can improve the lifestyle and the position of our own citizens in each of these countries, how we can cooperate closely for the regional security, and so on and so forth. So in this connection, we have been working closely with Maldives also whether it is on the development partnership part of it, or whether it is in human resource development part, or whether it is in terms of trade and economic relations that will have to cement and solidify the relationship. So between India and Maldives, we have very strong strength, very strong cooperation, very strong ties, and our leadership on both sides are committed to increase it further.
You are a steadfast partner, and when we look into the past, we have seen India has provided us training, equipments in ways to develop our security forces as well. But it's a fact that there has been concerns uh, surfaced as well. How did India address these concerns? And now we see a very positive relationship between the both countries. How did India address these concerns?
When India interacts with any country, I can be very honest. I have been in the diplomatic service for so many years, many decades, no more than this is my third decade in the service. I can tell you that there is no malafide. We have a concept, as I initially told, of Vasudeva Kudumbakam, and which means the whole world is one family. We consider everybody to grow together peacefully and resolve any differences between each other through negotiations and through dialogue process only. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has got this principle of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, meaning progress for all together. So that is the basic principle on which our diplomatic outreach has been there. Even when we have been with Maldives for so long, when we have been the first responder always, whether it is the tsunami, whether it is COVID, when the whole world had actually closed down during COVID, it was India which had actually extended the vaccine Maitri, as we call it, vaccine friendship. And we supplied vaccine to 230 million vaccines we have given to different parts of the world. It is not because of any strategic interest or anything. It is because of the very concept that India wants everybody to be peaceful, safe, and grow together. So between India and Maldives also, we have such good relationship, but both the sides have clearly understood the intention and the concept of India in relating and in developing with Maldives, and therefore our relationship has further strengthened. And I'm very thankful for the visit of His Excellency President Muiz to India in October 2024, where the vision document was also brought out, and that has further given us the roadmap as to how to increase our relationship, and we have been following that.
Yeah, it's very exciting to see that our relationship is actually growing and it's getting stronger. How is India balancing the interests of the Indian Ocean region and also having a connection with us? I think this could be a delicate matter. How does India approach this delicate matter with a balance?
See, it is the simple concept of the region to us. We are people in the region. We will have to take responsibility for peace and security and development in the region. And that is what we have been working through the Mahasagar initially and then Mahasagar currently and in the neighborhood first policy. What we have achieved jointly, we don't have to have any other thing to influence us or do anything. So we can help each other, and we have been helping each other. We have been developing together, and the region is for us, and we are in the region. We will continue to be in the region. So that is the only concept of both maritime security, physical security, as well as development partnership that we have between our two countries. And I can assure you that India will always stand shoulder to shoulder in the development process of Maldives.
I'm also a student in foreign policy as well. And when we talk about diplomacy and global matters, the India-Pakistan conflict is a topic of global interest. What are your views, and could it have any implications on the Maldives?
Look, the fight that India has is with terrorism. Wherever there is terrorism, whole world will have to unite to fight against terrorism. Our Prime Minister is on record having very clearly said after Operation Sindoor, when we had actually, let me take a little step backwards. On 22nd of April, there was a cowardly terrorist attack on Indian soil by terrorist groups supported from Pakistan. So they had come over, they had killed 26 people, including one Nepalese citizen.
Yeah.
And this terrorism has been going on for so long. Every time there has been a terrorist attack, we have traced it back to Pakistan and the supporters over there. Our Prime Minister has very clearly stated that this is not an era of war. It is also not an era of terrorism. So we had very pointedly taken action against the terrorist camps in Pakistan, which have been the fountainhead of terrorism taking place cross-border into India. Operation Sindoor was the name of the operation that was given, and it started at 1:05 midnight on the 7th of May and ended in 25 minutes 1:30 on 7th of May. It was very precise, very targeted, very calibrated, and very clear that only the terrorist infrastructure were attacked and demolished. Unfortunately, Pakistan retaliated in some other way, but the first provocation has been the 22nd April attack, and Operation Sindoor was basically against the terrorism. So we are very clear that we will not tolerate terrorism in future also. This is the new normal. In case any terrorist attack takes place further, our Prime Minister is very clear and has stated on record that we will not differentiate between terrorists and the sponsors of terrorists. So that is how we will be working towards a future also. Removing terrorism from the world is very, very important for all the countries, and peace and security will continue to be there only when we remove such terrorism and terrorist sponsors also. This will certainly help Maldives also in the region to grow peacefully.
Yeah. Shall we go to a different page? And then also, when we talk about the whole region, both countries faces a lot of challenges in the face of environment. For India, waste management is a big problem. For us also, waste management, sea level rising, and also many other factors are influencing the climate change in the region. How is India supporting Maldives to, in a way, our development is sustainable and climate resilient?
India has been working with Maldives in terms of environment and climate change also in mitigating those things. You are part of the International Solar Alliance, which the renewable energy portion of it will certainly help in reducing the impact on environment by the petrol and other carbon related fuel. Then we also have been working with you in terms of water and sanitation. Recently, we have done in Addu water and sewage thing, which has now stopped flooding in Addu. So in that way, that is also happening. Agricultural cooperation, like one of the Indian companies is working here with hydroponics to create various food items over here, providing food security and so on and so forth. And apart from that, various lifestyle changes also we are working closely with Maldives. So these are some of the areas in which both our countries are coming closer, whether it is in renewable energy area or whether it is in lifestyle management or whether it is in clearing of some of the issues that are long pending over here because of environmental factors. So I'm sure that we will continue to do so. You're also part of the coalition CDRI, Coalition of the Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. A group of technicians and specialists from CDRI Maldives are also now taking part in some of the workshops in India. So through these methods, we hope to mitigate and work closely to address the issues of climate change.
We have had a good discussion about different topics in this interview. At last, what are the India's long-term priorities for strengthening India-Maldives relations, and how does India plan to ensure mutual benefits in economic, cultural, and strategic domains amidst the evolving geopolitical dynamics?
The vision document that has been brought out by both our leadership after the state visit of His Excellency President Muiz to India in October 24 has actually, as I told earlier, given us a roadmap. There have been various economic assistance, emergency financial assistance that India had provided, whether it is in terms of the currency swap agreement or rollover of T-bills, or providing the essential items, the largest quota of essential items, which we have been doing since 1981, and also additional LOC that we are working closely with them. The priorities of the government of Maldives would be the guiding factor for India's assistance on the economic side. We are also working closely in improving the trade and economic relations. Recently, we have had two good investors delegation that had come in fisheries, in tourism, and in agriculture. They have identified some places so that people can work together and grow together. Our priorities, I can put it very simply, that we would continue to be your friend, we will continue to be your partner, we will continue to be your neighbor, and we will continue to help each other, share our experiences, so that both India and Maldives grow peacefully with security in the region. And our commitment to the people of Maldives will continue to be the same and will grow in future with the support and help of the leadership of both the countries.
Thank you once again, High Commissioner, for giving us the time to speak about the topics, and the information is very useful to us, and we look forward to seeing you again, and we hope for a strong and a positive connection between the both countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Nail. Once again, namaste from India, and it had been a pleasure talking to you, and through you to meet your viewership. We will continue to do so. Thank you so much. Namaste.
And for viewers, I'm Nail. Thank you for tuning into this interview, and I hope you gain good information in this fruitful discussion. We hope to see you again. Goodbye.